Marcus Aurelius, just by mentioning his name, we immediately think of a great emperor, and also a brilliant Stoic philosopher who left humanity with thoughts that last forever. But have you ever wondered, behind the pages of profound philosophical books, behind that calm and rational appearance, is Marcus Aurelius really a perfect, flawless person, as we often think? Imagine if there was a dark and secret betrayal in his life, an event that was enough to completely change the way we perceive him. Would you want to discover it? Don't miss this story, because what you are about to hear will make you rethink about the emperor you've admired for so long. Marcus Aurelius's life was not only decorated with glorious achievements or profound philosophical thoughts. In the last years of his life, he had to face a terrible shock, betrayal from the person he trusted the most. This not only shook the Roman throne, but also tested Marcus's deep belief in the Stoic philosophy he had lived and led all his life. Have you ever wondered how an emperor known for his benevolence and reason could be betrayed like that? And what happened next? Keep watching, because what happens next will keep you glued to your eyes. Imagine you are Marcus Aurelius. For many years, you have led the Roman Empire, facing fierce wars, confronting powerful enemies beyond its borders, and dealing with countless internal problems. But no matter how many challenges come from the outside, you always believe that those closest to you will always be by your side, will be loyal to you and to the empire. But then one day, news comes from Syria. Avidius Cassius, your close friend, the one who fought with you in many wars, the one you trusted completely, has rebelled. Avidius Cassius was no ordinary general. He was one of those whom you had entrusted with power, a man who had led the Roman army to many great victories. And now he was calling himself Caesar, blatantly challenging your authority. For you, this was more than a political crisis. It was a blow to your faith in humanity, the loyalty and devotion you had always expected from those around you. You can imagine how Marcus Aurelius felt when he heard this news. He had spent his life leading with reason, patience, and mercy, but now he was facing the greatest betrayal of his life. Marcus Aurelius was not only dealing with a war outside his borders, but also with a crisis within his own court. How could Marcus Aurelius, a man who had always held fast to reason and Stoic philosophy, react to such a betrayal? Will he be able to uphold the principles he has stood for all his life? Or will this betrayal change him, causing him to choose the path of revenge like so many Roman emperors before him? Cassius's betrayal is not simply a personal event. It could threaten the stability of the entire empire. Cassius succeeds in usurping the throne. What will happen to Rome? And more importantly, what will happen to the philosophical ideas that Marcus has spread throughout his life? Marcus Aurelius certainly faced complex thoughts and emotions. He could easily have chosen the path of revenge, destroying Cassius and those involved to protect his power. But this is Marcus Aurelius, a man who is not easily swayed by emotions. He knows that every action he takes will not only affect himself, but also shape the future of the empire and the philosophy he represents. And it was in these moments of great difficulty and trial that Marcus Aurelius had to make a decision that would change the course of the entire history of the Roman Empire. Would he remain rational and benevolent, or would he follow the path of previous emperors, letting his emotions guide him and exact revenge on his betrayers? Marcus's answer would not only determine Cassius's fate, but would also shape how we see him today. As an emperor who was not only great in power, but also as a man who lived up to the philosophy he believed in. What Marcus did next would not only affect him, but also be a lesson for us all about loyalty, betrayal, and how to face life's greatest challenges. When news of the death of Avidius Cassius reached Marcus Aurelius, a wave of strong emotions swept over him. Cassius, who had been one of his most trusted generals, had betrayed his trust and attempted to usurp the throne of the Roman Empire. Many around Marcus, including his closest officials, probably expected him to feel relieved, even happy, on hearing that the traitor had been punished. But what actually happened in the heart of this philosopher-emperor? Instead of joy at the destruction of his enemy, Marcus Aurelius felt deep pain and regret. He was not happy to hear of Cassius's assassination. On the contrary, he felt sad that he had lost the opportunity to show mercy, something he had always valued more than revenge. For Marcus, forgiveness was not just an expression of mercy, but also part of the philosophy of life that he had pursued throughout his life. He believed that by forgiving Cassius, he could prove that reason and kindness are always the noblest path, even in the face of betrayal. But why was Marcus able to maintain his reason and Stoic philosophy in such a painful situation? What enabled him to overcome his personal emotions to continue leading an empire that was threatened from many sides? This came not only from his nature, but also from his deep understanding of people and life, which he had accumulated over the years. Stoic philosophy teaches that we cannot control what happens around us, but we can control how we react to it. Marcus spent his life practicing the ability to control his emotions, to maintain reason in all circumstances. When faced with Cassius's betrayal, he chose not to let negative emotions control him. Instead of acting on his anger, he restrained himself and chose the nobler path, a path that not many people would have followed in similar circumstances. Cassius's death was a great shock to Marcus, not only because he had lost a close friend and comrade, but also because it robbed him of the opportunity to demonstrate his philosophy of life. Marcus had hoped to confront Cassius in person, talk to him, to give Cassius a chance to repent, and to prove to Marcus that mercy was stronger than any act of betrayal. However, Cassius's sudden death robbed him of that opportunity, leaving Marcus with a pain that was difficult to overcome. Marcus Aurelius, despite being brutally betrayed, did not let his anger overwhelm him. He did not order revenge, did not demand the killing of those involved in the conspiracy. Instead, he ordered the Senate not to execute anyone involved in the rebellion. He believed that blood should not stain his reign, that kindness and reason were always the path to nobility. This not only reflects the nobility of Marcus Aurelius, but also clearly demonstrates the power of Stoic philosophy. Philosophy that teaches people to control themselves, maintain reason, and always act according to noble values, regardless of the difficulties and challenges that life brings. The story of Avidius Cassius's betrayal is not only a tragic page in Roman history, but also a profound lesson on how to face adversity and betrayal in life. Marcus Aurelius, despite being deeply hurt, did not let negative emotions overwhelm his reason. He proved that, even in the most difficult times, people can still choose the path of kindness and reason. What about you? When faced with betrayal and challenges in life, which path will you choose? Would you be able to remain calm and rational like Marcus Aurelius, or would you let your emotions take over and act in a different way? Think about it and share your views in the comments section. We would love to hear your thoughts on this inspiring and tragic story. And don't forget, if you found this video interesting, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on more interesting stories. Let's explore the valuable lessons from history so we can apply them to our present and future lives.